Good morning and welcome into the Buffalonian Bowl pregame countdown to kickoff. My name is Joe Cali. Excited to have you here. We'll soon be joined by Michael Lawson. We're gearing up for a very exciting flag football matchup. We played the Buffalonian Bowl last year. Did not stream it. This is the first year we've decided to stream it. So again, we appreciate all of the viewers tuning in and checking it out. This is very exciting. It's going to be an intense game of flag football. We don't have any of the same teams from last year. We have players, but not teams. These are all newly drafted teams a couple months ago. So they've had the chance to practice, get their team names. So we have the Grand Island Trash Pandas going up against the Wubber Dubbers. So Trash Pandas are captained and quarterbacked by Casey Dummett, who we will talk to later in the pregame show. And the Wubber Dubbers are captained and quarterbacked by Mark Wilcox. So just want to take you through some rules before how we're going to be officiating this game. And then we'll go through the rosters, and later in the pregame show, we'll take a look at some players to watch. So just a base set of rules here. Flag football, as I mentioned. So each team will have 8 members, 5-on-5, with subs for each team. The quarters will be 15 minutes long, and it'll be half field from the 50-yard line to the end zone. Again, flag football, so if the player's flag is yanked off, the play is then dead. The college catching rules will also be in effect, and turnovers will be live. So whoever intercepts the ball will have to have their flag yanked before the play is dead. So there are no dead plays off of turnovers. 1 blitz per drive, no handoffs or shovel passes either. And also, Michael Lawson and myself will be a referee if needed. We do not have a designated referee, but if there is a discrepancy, we will be the ones to handle that. So now looking at the rosters. On the Trash Pandas, the Grand Island Trash Pandas, Casey Dummett, quarterback again, picked Alex Gottler, Phil Thomas, Bobby Curry, Kevin Cook, Logan Snyder, and Sal Falcone. And on the Wubber Dubbers, Mark Wilcox picked Jake Cali, Dom Loss, Tyler Meyer, Patrick Loss, Cam Smith, Zach Barrett, and Greg Simonian. So 2 stacked teams here. We'll go into some players to watch coming up in the next segment. But as for now, we do have to talk to quarterback for the Grand Island Trash Pandas and captain Casey Dummett. So stay tuned for that chat coming up right after this. This is the Buffalonian Bowl pregame countdown to kickoff. I'm Joe Cali. This stream is copyrighted by the Buffalonian Podcast for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this stream, providing any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Buffalonian Podcast consent is prohibited. Now on the Buffalonian Bowl's countdown to kickoff, we are joined by Trash Pandas quarterback Casey Dummett. So going into this edition of the Buffalonian Bowl, what is your game plan? Coming off on a different squad this season, is there any different mindset you're going into it with?
I'm like, yeah, obviously with different team makeups and not having Moreno on our team again, it's going to be a lot different for my team, but I'm still looking to defend the championship and to be the 2-time going into at the end of this game. So we've held I think the team together has held like 3-4 practices, but I've only been there twice because of work and everything.
Gotcha.
But I'm really enjoying the team makeup we have going into the game. I'm a big fan of all the different options we have with all the different builds and play styles. So I'm real excited for where the team's going.
Yeah, absolutely. Any specific players you want to, have us keep an eye on, players to watch?
You're probably gonna have to keep an eye on Phil. You might miss him if you don't look hard enough, because he's looking pretty fast out there on the field, I have to say. He's been really making practice tough on the defenders.
Yeah, I mean, after an unfortunate turn of events last season for Phil, I think he's looking to bounce back and not be shoved out of bounds. So we're going to hope that sticks up. Is there anyone else on your team that really you're just kind of looking at, like, maybe subverted your expectations a little bit?
I'm pretty surprised by all the hard work we've been seeing out of guys like Kevin. I think those are gonna make some pretty good plays out there.
Awesome. And I just have to ask, Trash Pandas, where did the name come from? I know we were sending lists back and forth of acceptable names. So where did Trash Pandas come from? Where did it root from?
See, Trash Pandas came from me and Tucker have been playing a lot of disc golf over the summer, right?
Oh, okay.
And there's a disc golf brand called the Trash Pandas, and it's like green recycling, turning it into new things, like brand new discs. They do some cool stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
Also, we really love our raccoon quotes around here. So, I mean, if you could probably edit this up on there, you can put a quick little raccoon quote like, yeah, let me. Sorry for the wait here, but
no,
I
you
can
got the
pull
raccoon.
Up.
You got the raccoon quote book. You're opening up right now.
I do.
That's just fine. That's just fine. Let it rip. I'm intrigued.
All right. So one of them is, "It's okay to be sad. It's okay to take nap." I mean, stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay, so will we be hearing that through the crowd mic? Will that be being said on the field? And do you have any plays directly related to a raccoon or a trash panda? You know, like is there any play calling? Is it designated by raccoons, or like what are we doing here?
Play calling came from Ben. Ben really brought us all together with a playbook and is looking to lead the team in a sense in that way.
Yeah.
I think he's been doing a really good job. He brought us a lot of good plays, and we're gonna have a few tricky plays in there too. Look out for.
Well, the one trick play, before I retired last season, we called it TP. Was immediately shot down, and so I mean I hope yours all work out for you. And just one more thing, speaking on your coach Ben, you said he's bringing the energy, he's bringing a lot of good plays. What's the experience been like? I know you've only been to 2 practices, you said, right? But what's the experience been like with him and the edge he brings to your team?
He brings an attitude, that's for sure. He's gonna mess around every once in a while, but that man just wants to win. And I think that's what we all want to do going into the game. We're all gonna come together with one common goal, and as a team, we're all gonna be the spokes in the wheel per se. And we're all going to have to do our job and do it right. And we'll all help each other out. And hopefully I can come out of this as the 2-0 quarterback.
Awesome. Yeah, just one more thing real quick. So going into this game, another thing, you do happen to have a hip injury. Do you want to just speak on that for a minute? And does it hinder anything? Or are you still playing at a relatively reasonable level of quarterback? You mentioned disc golfing. So that you must be able to. The hip must not be too bad for you to be able to disc golf and twist like that.
Yeah, 2 years ago now, I had to go get a hip replacement surgery because I had a bone tumor in my right hip. It pretty much expanded the bone in my hip, and I just pretty much had to get it replaced because it wasn't cancerous or anything, thankfully. So
yeah, that's great.
It did put hinder on like any sort of career outside of like playing quarterback all time, but at the end of the day, I'd be quarterback anyways. I got the mobility of like Tom Brady at like the end of his career, so it's like I'm not gonna be able to move very far, run very fast, but make the right decisions, and it shouldn't have too big of a impact on our game overall. Because last year I played well with it. And I've had a whole nother year on top of that to recover, and I think it'll be null and void near the end here.
Yeah, awesome. Alrighty, well, we wish you the best of luck out there. Glad to hear the hip injury's doing all right, and yeah, just be that elite pocket passer with the weapons around you, and you'll be able to make some stuff happen. But this has been Casey Dummett on the Buffalonian Bowl II pregame show, and we'll see you out there. We'll maybe catch you after the game, depending on how it goes.
Of course. Have a good one. We'll see you there.
See ya. welcome everybody in to the second annual Buffalonian Bowl. First time streaming. The Wubber Dubbers are taking the field. We're getting ready for the ceremonial opening coin toss here. So, Bracken, if you will. Bracken Morris will be coin tossing for us. Had an amazing touchdown last year. What was that? A 40-yard touchdown? Just burned everybody. So, all right, Bracken. Who's calling what? Did we figure that out?
Trash Pandas are calling it.
Trash Pandas call it in the air. Bracken, flip.
Tails.
The call is tails. What is the result? It is tails. What do you elect to do, Trash Pandas?
We'll kick it.
Kick it. Alrighty, so the Wubber Dubbers will receive the ball to start. The Trash Pandas elected to defer. So as we're getting ready here for opening kick, or opening start, I should say, we're going to get ready. There's Dom Loss from the Buffalonian podcast out on the field. So we're going to do a rules recap.
So, everyone here. All the drives are 1st and 15. Get a first down. Another 1st and 15 until obviously it's goal. You obviously if a flag comes off, we're just going to stop and replay the down. Obviously, if your flag gets taken, that's where you get down. If you're you don't have to be touched to be down. So if you catch the ball and you fall, that's where you are. You need 1 foot in bounds. We're playing college rules. Blitzes, you guys are allowed to blitz on the snap. We have to wait 4 seconds to blitz. Our quarterback, though, however, can run capped at 5 yards when blitz. That's the only running we're doing with quarterbacks at all. Even if he's normally rushed, he can't run on the 5 count. 5 on 5, we got a snapper. Does anyone have questions or?
Can you say the whole thing again in Spanish?
I could try
No habla español.
I could try to do it in sign language.
Oh my God.
Yes, so all drives are I shouldn't say all drives are not starting at 50, but we're going 50 to end zone for all offensive drives. Wherever you take over is where the ball is. So if you say get a defensive stop with the 24, you're going to start your offensive drive with the 26. Turnovers are live and can be returned to the 50 for a touchdown. If not,
You're done on the spot.
I guess if it's a turnover inside the 30, we'll put it down inside the 20. But any turnover on downs, we're gonna start at the 20. Like if you get a turnover downs like the first drive, you're starting at the 20. You're not gonna start like the 1 because that's just like weird. But anyone have any questions?
Good to go. One more thing.
Snap
and then run into the end zone with it.
15-minute quarters, running clock. Every team gets 3 timeouts a half. Also, if you are wrapped up, we're counting that as you're down.
Okay.
So like if you get like if I grab Gottler and I have him, we're just gonna count that. That's like
So like if I just
All right. We.
Phil, you're saved.
Alrighty, that's a quick recap of the rules and regulations. As the Trash Pandas and the Wubber Dubbers take the field, go to your coaches, get your last minute strategy down, and get ready. As we're getting countdown to kickoff going here, Michael Loss joins me on the broadcast now, producer of the Buffalonian podcast. What do you think it so far? I mean, this is a little more extravagant than we had last year. We actually have jerseys.
I gotta say, Joe, I'm just so happy to be here and be part of this production, and it's really a blast to be able to put this on a network such as the Buffalonian Podcast YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, this is exciting. We're just there's a ball discrepancy happening in front of us right now, but
Oh yeah. As is contrary.
Yes.
These turkey bowls.
Right, exactly.
Ball is very important.
This is actually one of the most put together turkey bowls, or Buffalonian bowls, we should say,
I
I've
would
seen.
agree.
Like,
I mean, I'm just gonna say, how many friend group turkey bowls get put on YouTube?
yeah, right. I mean, we might not see each other all the time, right? But come together in the moments that matter, and let's say that moment is the Buffalonian Bowl.
That is
So
damn right, Joe.
we're waiting for the teams to take the field. The Trash Pandas look ready. The Wubber Dubbers are scrambling over there to get ready. So is that a tone that's going to be set throughout the game is the question.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
we
I'm
have
excited to see who's gonna be more,
Yeah, Phil Thomas right in front of the camera there ended up with a concussion last season. So we're going to hope that doesn't happen again. He looks amped up. Tua Tagovailoa came back without concussion, so Phil can too. That's what my description is there. But Wubber Dubbers are going over last-minute strategies here. Trash Pandas are taking the field, just waiting for something to happen.
And remember, Joe, Wubber will start with the ball, as the Trash Pandas did defer.
Yes.
So clearly there's a strategy there where they think they can get a defensive stop early in the game and maybe double dip at the end of the second quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Ball back.
Listen, double dipping is what it's all about. I mean, if you listen to the Buffalonian podcast, the Bills failed to in that Broncos game, and that is part of the reason that they lost. But the Wubber Dubbers are going to start from the 50-yard line. This is half field, as mentioned in the pregame show, and just quick here. We also have Casey Dummett here, quarterback and captain of the Trash Pandas. We spoke to him in the pregame show. Any thoughts changed since that conversation?
No, of course not. I think we're still looking pretty good. I feel confident in the team today, and we'll just have to go out there and get it done.
Alrighty, sounds good. We will be watching the entire game. Wubber Dubbers, let's get it moving. All right, break. They're coming out onto the field. Here we go. They're going over the play sheet, actually. Alrighty, the Wubber Dubbers are taking the field now after a slow walkout. Greg Simonia, Barton, number 69 out there. We've got Mark Wilcox, the quarterback. Under center. Will it be under center? Is he taking a snap out of the shotgun is the question. Looks like it's going to be the shotgun.
We all know Wubber Dubbers love their Ken Dorsey offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see a shotgun run here to start the game.
Yeah. We'll see what the Trash Pandas have in mind. This is going to be interesting because, again, same players mostly, but different team makeups. So here we go. Callie's in motion. Wilcox takes the snap. Looking. Rolling out to the right. Lofts it to Callie. Catch is made. No flag down. And he's wrapped up around the
25-yard line.
The 25-ish yard line. Sorry, I was looking for another spot there.
That was a great throw
Wow.
by Mark Wilcox. That was perfect.
Look at the touch on that. And the speed from Callie getting out in front. So here we go. Little substitution here. More players being schemed open than Ken Dorsey could in an entire season. This is crazy. All right, so quick play call on the play sheet. Defense is just yelling, stop them. That's all we're getting play call-wise from them. So here we go. Play football. That's the defensive play call. Offense is taking the field once again. Mark Wilcox getting back into the shotgun zone. Here we go. Loss lined up. Kiko lined up on the outside. Callie on the other side. Gingy might be in the slot on this one. This will be interesting to see. Callie in motion. Rolling out. Here we go. Mark's looking. Shoots the cam. Incomplete. Second down. Second down for the Wubber Dubbers. What did you think of that right there?
I thought it was a good play call pre-snap. I think the motion with Jake Callie was smart. However, they rotated those two guys to the right side of the field, and nothing was open. So you had to take the middle there out to Cam Smith, and the great coverage by the defense there meant incompletion.
Right. So, they're working with what they got at second down. What's the down situation like?
The down situation is 1st and 15. So right now, Joe, it would be 2nd and 15 since no yards were gained on that play.
Gotcha. All right. All the way through 3rd and 4th down? Just
all the way.
Yeah, all the way? All right.
No punts, I believe.
No punts.
So they're going to take this from the 25-yard line again. They
All
got
righty.
25 to go.
Center, Peachin. He's snapping from a one knee. Callie's in motion in the backfield again. Out to the left. Wilcox takes the snap. Long ball. Is it? Oh, incomplete. Almost intercepted. If that was played by Leggett, number 0 out there.
Yeah, Joe, that just seems like some miscommunication on the offense there. Clearly, Wilcox thought that it was a deep ball. None of his receivers had the same thought, though.
Right. The defensive play call of just play defense seems to be working on this drive.
You look at the strengths of Mark Wilcox, and the biggest strength is his deep ball. He'll beat you every single day, and he'll put the ball where it needs to be put.
Statistician Ginge runs by the camera, if you remember him from the draft episode. So quick substitution for the Wubber Dubbers. We're going to see what's going on here as they take the field. Defensive play call still stands as just play defense. Is that right? Yep, just play defense.
3rd and 15. Wubber Dubbers need to get 15 yards to the next 2 downs here. Otherwise, it's an empty trip. Joe, for a drive that started with such a nice throw, they've kind of stalled out in these last 2 plays.
They have. Substitution here. Barrett will be snapping now. Peachin is moving to the outside.
I like that. It's a bold call. Peachin at
bold
the
call.
Receiver. Got Jake Callie right in front of us.
Already waiting the snap is Wilcox. He takes it. Lofted snap. Here we go. Almost intercepted. Is that fourth down? That's
That
fourth
will be
down.
fourth down.
Comes down to a big decision here. There was motion. There was some tricky stuff. Didn't end up working for the Wubber Dubbers. Again, you can't fault the play call of just play defense and stop them because it seems to be working. So,
You know, one thing I will say, Joe, is I'm a big fan of how the Wubber Dubbers have really utilized all their personnel. I think I've seen every member of their team get an offensive snap so far.
right. That's a Joe Brady. Well, it's actually not offense, so we can't say that. But listen, they're scheming players open, all right? And they've rotated in and out. That's what you want to see. It'll be interesting to see what they go with here because Peachum was lined up on the outside, on the far end of the field last time.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that.
No.
That was a good play call.
It was. Throw a wrench in their defensive plans of playing defense. You need to trick them somehow.
So, Joe, before the snap, let's ask ourselves, by the way, since it is at the 25, Wubber Dubbers needs to at least get to the 10-yard line in order to get another set of downs.
Yes, they need to get to the 10-yard line. We're going to need there's no – listen, you're going to need a deep pass, all right, especially with the tight coverage you have on defense. They're matched up pretty well, it looks like, honestly, so far. So this is going to be tight here. The Wubber Dubbers are taking the field. Callie needs an extra look at the play sheet. All righty. Under center is Barton, number 69, snapping the ball.
Interesting matchup here.
Peachin, Zach Barrett,
I like
and
this
Callie.
matchup right in front of us.
Here we go. So be interesting here. Wilcox takes the snap. Immediate pressure. He's rolling around. He's scrambling, looking for help wherever it could be. He evades pressure. He fumbles backwards. Oh, no. Get rid of the ball. He's going down, and it's even worse. It's a fumble backwards, and that'll be a Trash Pandas. It'll be under review. It'll be as it stands right now, Trash Pandas score on a defensive fumble recovery. Peachin's belt is around his ankles. This team is distraught. There's no way that just happened on the opening drive for the Wubber Dubbers.
It's all good.
If there ever was a time to blitz, Joe,
That was it.
the time to blitz.
That was
you got
it.
them on 4th and 15. They need to make a deep play. You send Logan Slater off the edge, and Mark Wilcox evades pressure. But at the end of the day, that is a defensive touchdown for the team Trash Pandas.
I don't know if I was watching Mark Wilcox or Zach Wilson. I think that's what I was looking at here. Where does their drive start from now? Get the extra. They get the extra point attempt, correct?
They do get the extra point.
Okay, 1 or 2. What do you declare?
What are the rules for one and what are the rules for 2? 1 from the 1, 2 from the 5.
Yep, 1 from the 1 yard line, 2 from the 5. No TP action like last season, fellas. All right. All right, they're going for 1 point. 1 point off the 1 yard line.
Oh, we still attempt PATs?
Yeah, 1 point off the 1 yard line, 2 off the 5 yard line.
Let's play man.
Coach, can I grab a quick moment with you?
Absolutely.
What are you thinking after that? What you just watched Zach Wilson in the pocket. What just happened?
All good. I have complete confidence in my quarterback. It was a tough play, but you know what? They had to bring pressure to get a stop on us, and we're gonna be back out there better than ever.
Sounds good. Thanks, Coach. That was Jeremy Laws, coach of the Wubber Dubbers. Listen, got to love the fighting spirit of a team right there, right? After what just happened, it's easy to be just demoralized by that to start out, right? We're already we're getting roughness on the other end of the field from Barton and Curry over there. So this will be interesting here. All right, first, I guess special team snap. Is that what we're gonna call this for the Trash Pandas of the game? The Trash Pandas. No. Here we go. Dummett takes the snap, looking. Phil Thomas, and that's 1 point on the extra. 7-0 Trash Pandas in an exciting turn of events on this football field. This is not how I expected this to go. Is it for you?
Yeah, I'm trying to think to myself, actually. That might be the first defensive touchdown in Buffalonian Bowl history.
I think so. I don't think we had one
No,
last
we
year.
didn't, because last year there were 2 interceptions,
Yeah.
one for each team.
Right.
And I don't recall there being any fumbles. So that's the first fumble in Buffalonian Bowl history.
Yeah, fumble
So credit
and
Logan
first
Snyder with
defense.
some history there.
This is crazy. This is crazy. So, I mean, here's the thing. Right now, what do we do in this moment? If you're the Wubber Dubbers, what are you thinking? Do you try the same play calls again? Are you trying to march down the field like you were? But they stalled out. So that clearly needs to be an adjustment because play defense seemed to just energize that defense to get in the game. So,
Well, if I'm the Wubber Dubbers, I'm taking yardage where I can get it. You don't need to get 15 yards in one throw. What happened on that drive was they got 25 yards in the first play, and they said, let's run that again and again and again. And they never got another yard after that play. They could have chunked it. They could have went 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards. They could have gotten 4 and 10. But they decided to go for the deep bomb every time. And I think that was their downfall.
Right.
Is that they had to turn the ball over, and they put themselves in a bad position to be blitzed.
You need to paper cut that defense, as they say, and they did not. They tried to take the machete right up the middle, and that did not work. So here we go. Looking at the Wubber Dubbers' second offensive drive. Hopefully it doesn't end like the last one. Wilcox takes the snap. No motion on the start. Callie's open in the slot. There we go. Down at around the 42-yard line, somewhere around there.
Looks like Snyder lost one of his flags there to play a defensive player.
No, that was Phil Thomas.
Oh, correct.
Yes.
Well, we will credit Thomas with the wrap-up there. That is
He
a
did.
tackle.
Yep.
Now remember, in the rules, wrap-up is a tackle. You don't have to grab the flag. If there's no forward progress, we're not ripping each other down.
Right. Physicality is supposed to be kept to a minimum here, as this is just in good fun.
It's a turkey bowl.
It's a turkey bowl.
It's a turkey bowl, Joe.
We did have a concussion out of Thomas last year of being shoved out of bounds. So trying to avoid that again. He looks to be doing a good job, though, playing some serious defense out here. Thomas, can we get a thumbs up from you out there? There we go. There we go. No concussions for him this year.
I mean, he's had a good stat line so far. He had the, actually we call it a 1-point conversion.
I guess so, yeah.
He did catch the 1-point conversion.
The extra point?
The extra point,
yeah, just something like that. Yeah.
He knows we're talking
He
about
knows.
him. And he's been credited with the tackles so far. So.
He's showing, I mean, quarterback and captain Casey Dummett spoke in the pregame interview. He mentioned the speed of Phil Thomas. We saw that on that extra point.
I was going to say, he had his defender cooked.
All right, the Wubber Dubbers are heading back out onto the field with Barton, Peachin, Barrett, Callie, and, of course, Wilcox quarterbacking. So, again, personnel switch out for the Wubber Dubbers, seeing if they can get something going. Barton is snapping. Everyone's lined up on the left side of the field. 3 wide. Wilcox takes the snap. Oh, through the hands of Callie.
Wasn't that behind the line of scrimmage, too? It looked behind the line of scrimmage.
It was like right.
I think it was right at the line of scrimmage. Right there, right there.
Just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter here.
And also reminding everybody, we are also referees if there's a play that's got a discrepancy aligned to it.
Yeah, so you might hear us argue a call from the broadcast booth here every once in a while.
We have one of each team's jersey on to show we're not biased towards one team or the other. So we are representing both teams in the broadcast booth.
We are a very third party here.
Yes. Peachin, that spot. He spotted the ball. We'll give it to him. It's all right. It's all right. All right.
Still have yet to see the Trash Pandas offense yet this game.
I know, and they have 7 points on the board, which is interesting. The Trash Pandas defense is carrying the game.
Third.
It's 3rd down, everyone. Wilcox under center. Barton going to snap again. 3 wide on the other side of the field this time. Wilcox takes the snap. Callie's open. Screenplay, fake screen. Barton down the field, gets it. Go! He's moving. He's down at the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
What a play from the Wubber Dubbers to get some offensive momentum back in their favor.
We want to talk about plays the center has to make. That is a play the center has to make. Snap the ball, roll out to the left, and that's a catch for positive yards.
There we go.
Simonia might be sick, because all I see is some yak out there on the field, Joe.
Absolutely. And the fake screen, what a well-drawn-up play to really throw off the Trash Pandas. The ball is placed at the 23-yard line. Trash Pandas are now back where they pretty much got the 7 points last time. Can it happen again is the question.
I think if you're the Wubber Dubbers here, you really got to think about doing some short yardage plays here. The deep onto the end zone is a smart and, attractive idea, but they really just got to get close to that goal line.
Yeah, listen, I mean, you're gonna see here what it's made of at this point, right? So you have to look at the Wubber Dubbers defense or offense, and the Trash Pandas defense, and see really if they can make that happen again, where the Wubber Dubbers are thrown off and forced to, turn over their offensive drive for points on the defensive side.
Looks like we got a sub out here. We got Cam Smith in for the Barton, who just had that big long run, so I'm sure he's tired. Kiko Lawson there as well.
Peachin under center, or not under center. Peachin is the center. We got Callie on the outside. Wilcox in the backfield. Here we go. Wilcox takes the snap. Looking. Surveying options. And it's an interception to Tucker Leggett. Here he goes. Flag is on. It's still on. Callie's going in hot. Looks like Don Beebe in the Super Bowl can't get there for another defensive takeaway for a touchdown.
Just play defense, guys.
Just play defense. That call seems to be working. That is, wow. That was a touchdown. Tucker with the moves to fake out Callie. Look at that. This is not what we foresaw. 2 scores in the first quarter, and their offense hasn't even taken the field. Oh, we've only seen special teams and defense. The Wubber Dubbers need a serious call from I don't know where. They got to figure something out. Vegas has to call and flip this game on its head and get the, well, we're the refs, actually. That'd be a real bad conflict of interest. But the Wubber Dubbers defense takes the field to stop the extra point.
I'm telling you, Joe.
Tough one.
They didn't need to make the strike for the end zone. First down, you can afford to get just a little bit closer to that first down marker.
As we said, paper cut. Chunk it away. Chunk it away. I guess glory, though, right? Go for the glory. And
they wanted to tie this game up as soon as possible, and it cost them.
Right. So now we're looking at 13-0 with 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Special teams is out there right now looking to get the extra point. Going forward from the 1-yard line, it'll be a 1 point if they complete. We've got, rolling out to the right. Phil again with the speed in the back of the end zone. Gets the extra point for the Trash Pandas. Little celebration out there. Little frisky with the Wubber Dubbers. Alrighty, that will be the end of the first quarter. Coming to a close right now. It is 14-0 Trash Pandas, and their offense has yet to take the field. You are watching and listening to the Buffalonian Bowl, 2nd annual. We're Joe Callie and Michael Loss. Keep it right here. Keep it with us. We'll talk to you soon. Alrighty, we are back with the second annual Buffalonian Bowl. The Wubber Dubbers are on the field with offense currently. Ready to take the first snap of the second quarter, looking to get a score. Wilcox takes the snap, looking downfield, looking around, deciding what to do. Callie gets broken up by Thomas. Nearly intercepted again. Gingy trots back to the other side. Again, I spoke to the captain, Casey Dummett. He says if he could play special teams the entire game and just go for those one-point conversions, he'd love that. That's all he's had to do so far. They haven't taken one snap on an offensive drive yet. And here's the thing. Spoke to Tucker Leggett after the interception. He thought he was going to drop that, and it turned into this magnificent play. So things are working out in their favor right now. Spoke to Jeremy Loss, the captain of the Wubber Dubbers, and coach of the Wubber Dubbers. He said he's not worried. He's thinking positive right now. He believes in his squad. We will see if that's like misleading of any kind here. We'll see if he turns on the team. If we see what's his name? What's an NFL coach that did that? I'm trying to think. There was one who started yelling at the team. If we see a Brian Dable situation between him and Daniel Jones, with him and Wilcox coming up here in a minute, right?
And I spoke to some of the guys on Wubber Dubbers, and the idea is that they're not in a position they want to be in this early in the game, but they're not freaking out. They're not pressing the panic button. Kiko Loss said they're going to throw some more underneath crossers. Peachum said he'd like to see some less boundary, more inner in the cross. And I think that's the right move.
Yeah. Alrighty. The Wubber Dubbers are taking the field. Simonian's getting flippy out there with his little jumps and kicks. And we might have picked that up on the mic, but we're getting a little chippy out there. So, forgo speaking on that. But here we go.
What about me?
Peachum's taking the snap. Wilcox back to take it. Peachum about to snap off the knee. Gets up. Wilcox has the ball. Out to Cam. Thrown low and out of reach. Unfortunately, could not make that catch. It's third down, is it?
No, that's that is third down. You know what I noticed on that, Joe? Mark Wilcox is not wearing gloves. His hands are cold.
I know.
That ball came out of his hands, but his hands are freezing right
I know.
now.
He's got it in the pocket right now.
Yeah, I know. His hands are freezing.
That has some serious ball handling issues that come with that. So
he had his receiver wide open there.
Yeah. Are we seeing that issue? Like, would it be bias of us to try and help him out with some gloves?
I mean, personally, I'm the one wearing the Wubber Dubbers jersey. I think I might go do that.
Yeah. Because if the quarterback's hands are not sure and nice and cold, might cause some issues here. But we're looking at a 14-0 game with 11 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the second quarter here. 14-0 Trash Pandas. This has been flipped on its head. 2 defensive scores in the first quarter. And the Wubber Dubbers have not yet been able to get anything going. So we're just waiting to see if that happens. Dom Loss, co-host of the Buffalonian podcast, just looks deflated out there.
Well, I made the point earlier that was the first defensive score in Buffalonian Bowl history.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker Leggett's pick six was the second defensive score in Buffalonian Bowl
history. One from both the same team. 2 from both the same team.
Yeah.
Within a quarter.
You got to ask yourself, well, why is the offense running that way? Is it cold out there? Are they communicating well enough? Because clearly something is wrong with this Wubber Dubber offense.
Something is not right, and you're absolutely correct on that. As they take the field again for their 3rd and 15 offensive snap, Peachum gets ready to snap the ball. Just play defense. That's what we're hearing. Wilcox gets the snap. Peachum rolls out. Greg Simonian open in the middle of the field. Gets the ball. Flag removed at the 36-yard line, 37-yard line.
4th and 2.
4th and 2. They need a short completion to make this work. Is this where we see their quarterback run 5 yards?
Personally,
if they blitz,
you need to use that at some point. They need to take advantage of that.
If the Trash Pandas blitz, they have the opportunity to run the 5 yards to get that first down.
You know what I liked about that play, Joe? It was an underneath crossing route, and they have not done that all game.
No.
And that was a good pickup yardage there too.
I think the coach Jeremy Loss is really trying to scheme some more players open underneath and change the game plan a little bit.
Barton wide open, and the anticipation with that throw is that he's going to get tackled at some point. As you saw, Leggett went over and got the tackle on his flag, but you still picked up the necessary yards you needed. You didn't need all 15 yards in one play. And hell, they got 13 of it in there.
They did. I mean, that's what you want to see at the end of the day. They're doing it right now. Hopefully they can convert here on 4th and 2. Otherwise, it goes back to the Trash Pandas, and we will see an offensive snap if this is not another return touchdown for the defense. So we shall see what this becomes. The Wubber Dubbers look to be taking the field. Barrett and Kiko loss are going out there right now. Wilcox, Callie, and Barton.
All right, so you got your speed guys.
Timeout being called on the field.
They're going to take a timeout.
Taking their first time out of the half, right?
First time out of the half. They got 2 more.
First time out of the half. We'll give them 30 seconds, right? Yeah. We'll give them a 30-second timeout here, starting at 9 minutes. You know, this has been a very interesting game so far. I mean, we've been talking about it the whole time. First 2 defensive scores in history come from the same team within the first quarter. So the Wubber Dubbers needed a readjustment. We've seen a little bit of that here. Can they continue that to convert this 4th and 2? That's the real question. Are they going to try the deep ball to throw them off, or are they going to go underneath just to grab the short yardage? Or do the Trash Pandas blitz and allow the quarterback, Mark Wilcox, to roll out and rush for the 5 yards? So there's a multitude of ways this can go.
If I'm the Trash Pandas, I'm not blitzing here. As much as a blitz is a very attractive option after how that fumble recovery went, I don't think Wilcox is making that same mistake twice.
No.
If you blitz, you're just giving one less man open. You have your center come and get the 2 yards they need if they blitz. So I'm thinking you stick to what you've been doing, you play your defense, you play your zone scheme, and I think they can hold on to under 2 yards here.
Alrighty. I like it. Thomas looks ready. He's putting the mask up. He's keeping warm on this brisk, about 30-something degree day here. High is going to be 40 degrees here in Buffalo, Grand Island specifically, where we're playing right now. Here we go. Play some defense. You've heard it all morning, and it seems to be working, so we're going to turn back to the field now. Here we go. The Wubber Dubbers taking the field. Barton looks to be snapping the ball. Or is it? Ooh, some shiftiness.
It is Barton snapping.
It is Barton snapping. Callie's in the backfield. Barrett on the outside, on the right side of the field. Lined up. Here we go. Wilcox takes the snap. Callie moves out to the left side. Wilcox is looking. He's looking. They're playing defense here. He's going to throw it to Dom quick. Did he get the 2 yards? He got it. That is a first down for the Wubber Dubbers, baby. Here we go.
Boy, they don't tell you how to do it. They just say how many, Joe. That was a ugly 2 yards, but it was 2 yards nonetheless.
2 yards is 2 yards at the end of the day, right? That's all that matters. So here's the thing. Extending plays, that's what just happened in front of us, right? That play blew up from the start. It blew up. They were grasping at straws there to start. So here we go. We're looking at it now. 1st and 15 from the 34-ish, I would say 33-yard line, somewhere around there. Without dashes on the side of it. But that's what they need to do from here on out, right? Extend the plays. Take what the defense is giving them and extend upon it, right? The defense was showing pressure. Wilcox was rolling out. He's struggling to find anybody. Dom peels off of the lineman, jumps up. It's a quick pass underneath. That, like you said, an ugly 2 yards, but it's 2 yards at the end of the day.
Something I've noticed is that they're really rushing their time to throw, too.
They are.
I think they've been probably an average about 4 seconds, so that was a probably 8-second play.
Yeah.
They slowed it down. They found the open man. They got the yardage they needed. I'd like to see more of that going forward.
I think so, too. I think letting it go on the fly, kind of a... You'll say a Josh Allen back there running around making extensions. Mahomes, comparing him to Zach Wilson and then Mahomes. But here we go. Wilcox
Come on.
takes the snap. Here we go. Rolling out. Bullet pass. Tried to thread the needle. Didn't make it. Here we go. Frustration from Peachin on the Wubber Dubbers. He was looking at his butt, apparently. That's what was going on there. So frustration from Peachin walking off the field.
Hey, discipline your team, coach. You're moving a little bit.
We had Cam run off the field entirely. He's coming off the right side over there.
You know something I liked about that play from the Trash Pandas is that their defense was only a one high safety. They had 3 guys at the lines there.
Stop the clock on incomplete passes. You guys can do that?
I mean, I don't really want to, but
Yeah.
Just because then they haven't had an offense like a true offense snap. So. How much time you got left?
you got like 5
Yeah.
minutes
So
now.
if you guys can stop, if it's possible.
Alrighty, so we're stopping the clock on offensive snaps. Mid-game rule change. Incomplete passes.
Yeah, we're abandoning the complete running clock there is what that means.
Yes.
This game is zipping along.
This game, we're already almost to halftime. We're 5 minutes left in the second half, or second quarter, sorry, first half. So, moving quick with that running clock, so maybe this will slow it down a little bit. Listen, at the same time, though, they're complaining that the other team hasn't gotten an offensive snap. Whose fault is that? That's their own fault. I mean, let's just be honest here, right? I mean, if we're calling it how it is, there's no one at fault but them.
Joe, I would say it's a very good problem to have that the Trash Pandas offense is not taking the field for a drive yet.
Right. I mean, can they really be complaining right now? You heard Dummett, my quote with him, right? My conversation. If I can only play special teams for the rest of the game, I will more than happily do that. So that's what they're doing right now. We're looking here. Peachin looks to be snapping. Callie doing a little dance on the outside here. Wilcox getting ready to take the snap. Oh, here we go. Motion. Callie in motion. Cutting up. Across. He's open. Keep going.
He missed.
Oh, the flag is down at the 26-yard line. Or no, 16-yard line. Sorry.
That
was that a first?
That's a first down.
First down, Wubber Dubbers.
That play by Alex Gottler just saved the touchdown. Because Gregory Barton-Simone was going if he did not get his flag pulled.
He was. And Callie with the speed. Getting past. That's first down. Alrighty, the Wubber Dubbers are taking the field once again. The clock is started. Here we go. Simonian going to be snapping it back to Wilcox. Under 4 minutes left in the first half. Callie in motion along the back again. Is it just a reverse play? He's going out on the outside to Simonian. Let him play. We'll let him play. The Wubber Dubbers are stalling inside the 20. Alrighty, the Wubber Dubbers take the field once again after extended meetings on the sideline, trying to get something going, get points on the board. Peachin gets ready to snap it to Wilcox. We got two wide on the right and one wide on the left. Here we go. Wilcox takes the snap. Looking, doesn't know what to do. Looking, spreading around, rolling out to the right, trying to figure out something. Loss is open in the back of the end zone. He's cutting back the other way. Callie's going to be open in a second. Peachin is screaming. Is it a touchdown? It's not. It's incomplete. Clock stop on the incomplete.
He had Cam Smith wide open on that play.
Mark, there was a couple. Cam had it.
Here we go.
They need to do some comebackers.
Yeah, they gotta do some curls.
If I were the Wubber Dubbers offense, I would absolutely.
Especially with all the meeting time in between plays, I'd be drafting something up, you know.
They're putting the ball too far down the field. They need to come back to their quarterback on that play.
At this point, we're at negative 30-second timeouts for them.
Do you need water, dude? Let's go.
Wubber Dubbers are finish play calling, just going over their last few minutes. Phil Thomas is out there. The defense is taken back to the field. It's 3rd down with 3 minutes left in the first half. Just play defense has been the mantra this entire game. 3rd down. Barton about to snap it back. Wilcox takes a snap. It's a blitz. He's rolling out. He's running. He's running. He's going to get his 5 yards. 4th and 1.
The first down's the 1 yard line.
So essentially, it's 4th and goal here.
4th and goal. You gotta throw it towards the end zone here. Alrighty, the Wubber Dubbers are taking the field again after a team meeting. Barton getting ready to snap it back to Wilcox. Meyer, Loss, and Smith. 2 wide on the right, 1 wide on the left. Wilcox takes the snap, looking to get into the end zone, or it's nothing. Looking at Smith, overthrown and incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. The Trash Pandas take it back over.
What, 35?
The 35-yard line. Wubber Dubbers still stalling. Cannot make anything happen on offense. Couple good plays here and there. Can't do much. We just got a glove to quarterback Mark Wilcox. Warm up the hands a little bit. Struggling. All right, first offensive snap for the Trash Pandas with 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first half. This is crazy.
Feels like the Wubber Dubbers need to turn over their own here.
They need something.
They need something.
We're a little disappointed with that defensive stop, that it wasn't a takeaway.
Alex Scottler of the Wubber Dubbers disappointed in the defensive stop because it was not a takeaway. So they get it from the 50. First offensive snaps. We're going to see what we got. Tucker, where are you lined up? Jeez. We've got someone offsides by 5 yards. Here we go. Alrighty. Dummett takes the snap from Falcone. Leg it in motion before the play. Out to the right. Or out to the left, sorry. Looking. Can't find anything. Hits Sale and throws it short. Cannot make anything happen there.
Yeah, he's on full. He hasn't thrown it too
His warm-up was about an hour ago. Has not taken an offensive snap since.
Joe, you gotta grab the power thing. It's gonna die. You just gotta grab it right now. While my broadcast partner, Joseph Cali, grabs a portable charger that we need for the laptop streaming today's event, I will take over play calling duties over here. Trash Pandas going 2 receivers close to us, 1 receiver far wide. From left to right, Leggett, Thomas, Falcone, and Curry. Snap to Dummett. Dummett looks back, looks for Leggett, doesn't want to pull the trigger. Pulls the trigger on Leggett, and he makes the catch over Cam Smith for a positive yard. He's still going. And he is pushed out at about the 11-yard line. Huge gain for the Trash Pandas. Looks like the Wubber Dubbers will be substituting their quarterback in on defense as Mark Wilcox comes in for Cam Smith.
About 90 seconds left in the first half of the Buffalonian Bowl II. Snap to Dummett. Looking left as he rolls right. He's going to pull the trigger on Phil Thomas, corner of the end zone, and he'll drop that one. Jake Calley with the coverage. Phil Thomas, the target on that play, incomplete. Snap to Dummett, Bobby Curry in motion. Looking deep in the end zone for Thomas, who catches it but drops it. Incomplete. Shit.
Is this fourth down or third down?
Third.
33 seconds left in the first half of today's game. 33 seconds. It was already incomplete.
It's only not for incompletes because we took too long. Third down, 33 seconds. 33.
Trash Pandas still have all three of their timeouts. They're going to look to double dip here if they can get a touchdown. Snap to Dummett. Kevin Cook in motion. Guy's got Sal Falcone wide open in the end zone. Doesn't pull the trigger. Going for Tucker Leggett. And that's a touchdown. Trash Pandas touchdown in double coverage. Looks like they're going to go for one here. Wubberdubbers will take the field with 24 seconds left on the game clock to try to get any points in this first half. They're looking at a 21-point deficit going into halftime if they cannot get any points here. 24 seconds left in the first half of today's contest. Wilcox back. Snap from Barrett to Greg Simonian said it's a lateral. Flea flicker looking for Wilcox down the field. That's intercepted.
Where we start? 20? 20? There's no time running or no?
Maybe he's not better than Wilson.
How much time we got?
Wow. It's Joe Kelly. I'm back after grabbing a charger that'll hopefully save the broadcast. Tucker's in motion. 4 seconds left in the first half for the point after.
That was positive.
No good.
It would have been OPI anyways.
Yep.
I would have called OPI on
Well,
that.
I was gonna call. He was moving towards the line on the snap, but
They got 4 seconds left. You kneeling?
we're kneeling out. Yeah.
Do you want to throw it to break?
Yep. Alrighty. So with that, the Wubber Dubbers are going to kneel out the first half. So the first half,
4 seconds left.
4? We let him run a play, or we just call it?
What?
they're gonna kneel it out. Yeah, kneeling it out to end the first half here. So we'll step aside. Computer battery is low, so bear with us if we do not come back. But we appreciate anyone who tuned in to watch the first half. We will hopefully see you on the outside of this break here. But this has been coverage of the second annual Buffalonian Bowl. Trash Pan is up 27-0 against the Wubber Dubbers at the end of the half. We'll catch you right back here soon, hopefully. Stay with us.